"We don't kiss," said the alien princess, until the human changed everything. The first rule of the Zarenth Empire was simple. No physical bonding with outsiders. No hand-holding. No hugging. And never kissing. Every child of Zarenth learned this rule before they learned how to speak. So when the alien princess said the words, "We don't kiss," she meant it with her whole soul. But she had not yet met the human. The human stood in chains inside the crystal hall. Around him, thousands of alien nobles watched in silence. Their glowing eyes were cold. Their faces showed no emotion. At the center of the hall stood Princess Lyra of Zarenth. She was tall, silver-skinned, and glowing with royal energy. Her voice could command armies. Her word could end planets. She looked at the human. Weak. Small. Fragile. And yet, calm. The guards pushed him forward. "Human," Lyra said, her voice sharp. "You are accused of breaking sacred law." The human lifted his head. "I saved your people," he said softly. A low hiss spread across the hall. Saving Zarenth's citizens without permission was illegal. Touching them was worse. Princess Lyra stepped closer. "Why did you touch my soldiers?" she asked. The human did not bow. He did not beg. "They were dying," he said. "I did what humans do." Lyra's eyes narrowed. "You risk execution, for touch?" "Yes," the human replied. "Because life matters." Silence fell. Princess Lyra turned away and said the words that defined her species. "We don't kiss. We don't touch. We don't bond. And we don't need humans." She did not know she was lying. The alien princess. Princess Lyra was raised to rule, not to feel. The Zarenth Empire believed emotions made leaders weak. Physical closeness was seen as dangerous. It caused bonds. Bonds caused loss. Loss caused pain. And pain destroyed empires. So Zarenth erased it. Lyra had never hugged anyone. Never held a hand. Never cried. She was perfect. Or so she believed. When the human ship first appeared near Zarenth space, she ordered it destroyed. But the ship did not attack. It sent a message. "We come in peace. Humans. A young species. Emotional. Loud. Physical. Dangerous." Before the Zarenth fleet could fire, a massive solar storm hit the system. 3 Zarenth defense stations lost power. Thousands of soldiers were trapped. Lyra watched the chaos from her command throne. Then the human ship moved. It flew directly into the storm. Against all logic. Against all orders. Against all survival instinct. The human. His name was Ethan Cole. He was not a soldier. Not a hero. Not important. He was a medical engineer. When the storm hit, Ethan saw the Zarenth stations losing life support. He didn't ask permission. He acted. Humans always did. Ethan boarded the damaged stations, pulling injured aliens from burning halls. He used his hands. His arms. His body. He held dying Zarenth soldiers as they faded. He whispered comfort. He touched them. And somehow, they lived. When the storm passed, over 4,000 Zarenth soldiers were alive. Saved by human hands. Saved by forbidden contact. That was why Ethan now stood in chains. Judgment. "The law is clear," said the High Council. "The human must be erased." Princess Lyra raised her hand. "Wait." All eyes turned to her. She had reviewed the recordings. Every rescue. Every touch. The human showed fear, but not for himself. Only for others. She felt something strange watching him. A tight feeling in her chest. Curiosity. Human, Lyra said, do you understand our laws? Yes, Ethan replied. Then why break them? Ethan met her glowing eyes. Because some rules shouldn't exist, he said. Gasps echoed. Princess Lyra felt anger. Then confusion. Then something worse. Understanding. She sentenced Ethan to exile instead of death. It was mercy. It was weakness. It was her first mistake. The change. Days later, Princess Lyra could not rest. She replayed the recordings again and again. The human holding a wounded soldier. The soldier relaxing, trusting. Zarenth's soldiers were never calm. Yet with the human, they were. Lyra visited the medical chambers secretly. Zarenth survivors spoke of the human. He stayed with me, one said. He held my hand, another whispered. It felt safe. Safe. The word echoed inside Lyra. She ordered Ethan brought to her private chamber. No guards. No counsel. Just them. You confuse my people, she said. Ethan smiled softly. Maybe they were always confused, he replied. Why do humans touch? She asked. Because we're afraid to be alone, Ethan said. And because connection makes us stronger. We don't kiss, Lyra said firmly. Ethan nodded. Then don't, he said. That answer shook her more than rebellion ever could. The moment. Weeks passed. A new threat came. An ancient machine race attacked Zarenth space. Cold. Logical. Merciless. Zarenth fleets began to fall. Princess Lyra stood on the command deck as explosions filled the void. Fear spread through her people. For the first time in her life, she felt it too. The human was beside her now. Released. Trusted. A blast hit the ship. Lyra was thrown to the floor. Pain surged. Systems failed. Darkness closed in. She felt hands on her shoulders. Human hands. Ethan pulled her close. It's okay, he said softly. Her body froze. This was forbidden. This was weakness. This was comfort. Her breathing slowed. Her mind cleared. Strength returned. Together, they coordinated the defense. Humans and Zarenth fought side by side. And they won. The kiss. After the battle, silence filled the stars. Princess Lyra stood before her people. She was no longer perfect. She was real. She turned to Ethan. You broke our oldest rule, she said. Ethan lowered his head. Then punish me. Instead, Lyra stepped closer. Close enough to feel his breath. Her voice trembled. We don't kiss, she said again. The entire hall watched. The Empire held its breath. Then she did something no Zarenth had ever done. She leaned forward. And kissed the human. It was gentle. Brief. Powerful. A symbol. Not of romance. But of trust. The hall erupted in shock. But something else happened too. The Zarenth felt it. Connection. Warmth. Strength. That day, the Zarenth Empire changed. They did not abandon logic. They added heart. Humans did not conquer them. They healed them. And Princess Lyra learned the truth. Rules can protect you. But connection can save you. And sometimes, all it takes to change the universe is a human who refuses to let go.